What if one of the world's smallest nations quietly hid a fortune so vast that its sultan lives like royalty beyond imagination?
Behind Brunei's peaceful streets lies a fortune built underground, where enormous reserves of oil and gas transformed an entire nation.
For decades, oil beneath Brunei's soil transformed this tiny kingdom, turning natural resources into enormous oil wealth became visible everywhere, from spotless highways and grand buildings to a lifestyle most people only dream about.
Here, enormous oil wealth became visible everywhere, from spotless highways and grand buildings to a lifestyle most people only dream about. His home, Istana Nurul Iman, is so enormous that its scale feels less like a house and more like a kingdom.
Yet beyond the wealth and polished streets, Brunei reveals another side, where quiet traditions and everyday life still deeply matter. Then, floating above the river, an ancient community appears, where thousands have built their lives on water for generations. Islam shapes daily life here, influencing traditions, family values, architecture, and even the laws that govern this wealthy kingdom. But wealth alone cannot explain Brunei's identity, because beneath its prosperity lies a deeply traditional society shaped by faith and history.
Unlike crowded megacities, Brunei moves at a slower rhythm, where peaceful streets, green landscapes, and quiet neighborhoods create remarkable calm.
Here, children grow up surrounded by water, boats become daily transportation, and simple wooden homes carry stories passed through generations. Despite modern roads and luxury, these waterways remain essential, connecting families, schools, markets, and communities.
Every year, royal celebrations transform the capital, bringing music, colorful traditions, and thousands of people together in unforgettable moments.
For days, the capital fills with celebration, revealing a country where loyalty, tradition, and national pride remain deeply connected.
Beyond the celebrations, Brunei's natural beauty quietly takes over. With dense rainforests, winding rivers, and untouched landscapes,
much of Brunei remains covered by rainforest, protecting rare wildlife and preserving an extraordinary natural world beside its modern cities. Deep inside these forests, rare creatures survive quietly, reminding us that Brunei's greatest treasure may not be underground at all.
One beloved dish is nasi katok, a simple combination of rice, fried chicken, and spicy sambal enjoyed across Brunei.
But to truly understand Brunei, you must taste it, because local food reveals stories, traditions, and everyday life.
Yet behind this comfort lies strict social rules, shaping how people dress, behave, worship, and live their daily lives. Here, prosperity feels quieter, woven into ordinary routines where clean surroundings, safety, and comfort quietly shape people's daily experiences.
While many wealthy cities rush endlessly, Brunei offers something different. Quieter streets, slower moments, and a peaceful.
Brunei's wealth is not hidden anymore. It appears in modern infrastructure, reliable services, clean streets, and comfortable everyday living.
Because Brunei and Singapore share equal value currencies, travelers can use either dollar conveniently, creating one of Southeast Asia's rare financial partnerships.
Brunei's currency is the Brunei dollar, famously valued equally with Singapore's dollar, reflecting a unique financial connection between both nations.
Food here is more than nourishment. It brings families together, preserves tradition, and turns ordinary meals into meaningful moments. Another popular favorite is soto, a comforting bowl of rich broth, noodles, meat, and herbs, bringing warmth to everyday Bruneian meals everywhere.
Alcohol is heavily restricted in Brunei, reflecting the country's religious values and the government's strict approach toward public life.
Brunei follows Islamic law alongside its legal system, creating strict rules that influence public behavior, family life, and everyday choices.
For many people, faith is not simply tradition. It becomes part of everyday routines, family values, celebrations, and community life. Smoking is also tightly restricted in public spaces, reinforcing Brunei's broader focus on discipline, health, and social responsibility. Rising above Brunei's capital, Istana Nurul Iman symbolizes extraordinary royal wealth. Centuries of royal tradition still influence Brunei today, connecting its modern prosperity with a history carefully preserved through generations.
At the center of Brunei stands Bandar Seri Begawan, a capital where royal history, modern wealth, and tradition meet.
Even after sunset, life continues quietly, with families dining, shops glowing, and gentle traffic moving through Brunei's peaceful capital. When darkness arrives, Brunei's streets remain remarkably peaceful, revealing another side of a nation where silence can feel luxurious. For many people, faith is not simply tradition. It becomes part of everyday routines, family values, celebrations, and community life. Brunei's story becomes fascinating when these two worlds meet, revealing how extraordinary wealth and ordinary life coexist within one nation. But beyond those magnificent walls, ordinary Bruneians live simpler lives, creating a fascinating contrast between royal luxury and everyday reality.
Engines. Every detail inside reflects enormous wealth. From magnificent chandeliers to polished marble.
Its enormous scale is difficult to comprehend, with countless rooms, vast halls, and spaces designed for royal life and ceremonies.
50 scenes in, Brunei looks different now. Not simply wealthy, but deeply traditional, peaceful discipline.
With wealth supporting modern services, young Bruneians grow up with opportunities their grandparents could only imagine, shaping the country's future. Today's children inherit both worlds, growing up surrounded by modern comfort while carrying traditions that connect them to Brunei's past.
From grandparents to children, traditions continue quietly, proving that Brunei's identity is preserved not only in buildings, but through people.
Behind Brunei's impressive wealth, family remains central, with generations gathering together and passing traditions forward through simple everyday moments. Yet for most people, wealth is measured differently, through family, community, security, and the quiet comforts of everyday life.
Beneath these waters lie resources worth billions, quietly powering Brunei's economy and funding a lifestyle that seems almost unreal. Brunei's transformation began with oil, turning a quiet sultanate into one of Asia's wealthiest nations, almost beyond recognition.
Pedestrians. Brunei's untouched rainforests, peaceful rivers, and unique culture that could become powerful attractions.
To prepare for tomorrow, Brunei is looking beyond oil, exploring tourism, technology, agriculture, and other industries to strengthen its future.
But oil is finite, raising an important question. How will Brunei protect its prosperity when these underground riches eventually decline? That wealth helped create a remarkably comfortable society, where modern infrastructure and public services support a peaceful everyday life.
Oil revenues help transform Brunei's infrastructure, funding modern roads, public facilities, and services that dramatically changed everyday life across the country.
Perhaps Brunei's greatest advantage is its mystery, a quiet destination where untouched nature still feels remarkably close to everyday life.
Back on the river, Kampong Air reminds visitors that even in wealthy Brunei, traditions can survive beautifully above the water.
For generations, families here have adapted to river life, turning wooden homes, narrow walkways, and boats into everyday essentials. Standing between old traditions and modern prosperity, Brunei shows that true wealth can mean preserving what money cannot replace.
Just beyond these floating homes, modern Brunei rises, creating a striking contrast between centuries-old traditions and a wealthy modern society.
Here, the river is more than scenery. It connects homes, families, schools, and communities, keeping an ancient way of life alive.
Deep inside Brunei's rainforest, everything feels different, where ancient trees, distant wildlife, and untouched silence create another world entirely.
Leave the capital behind, and Brunei quickly transforms, replacing polished streets with towering forests, winding rivers, and breathtaking untouched wilderness. Perhaps this is Brunei's deepest story. Extraordinary wealth on one side, ancient traditions on the other, both surviving together. As Brunei develops, protecting these forests becomes essential, because once ancient ecosystems disappear, no amount of wealth can truly restore them. Living deep within Borneo, these animals symbolize something precious, a wild ecosystem that Brunei still protects for future generations.
Among Brunei's most fascinating animals is the proboscis monkey, a remarkable species found naturally within Borneo's precious forests.
Somewhere among these trees, rare wildlife moves unseen, reminding us how much of Brunei's natural world remains beyond human reach.
Somewhere among these trees, rare wildlife moves unseen, reminding us how much of Brunei's natural world remains beyond human reach.
Brunei may be small, but its story is enormous, blending extraordinary wealth, ancient traditions, untouched nature, and peaceful everyday life.
Perhaps Brunei's greatest strength is its balance: wealth without overwhelming crowds, tradition without isolation, and modernity without forgetting its roots. Brunei's future may depend on balancing economic ambition with cultural identity, proving that progress and tradition can strengthen each other. The world is moping toward cleaner energy, making diversification more important than ever for Brunei's long-term economic survival and independence. But prosperity always comes with questions. Can Brunei preserve its wealth, traditions, and peaceful lifestyle as the world keeps changing?
Perhaps Brunei's greatest treasure is its balance, quietly proving that a small nation can preserve its soul while embracing tomorrow. Brunei leaves visitors with something rare, the feeling that wealth, tradition, nature, and peace can still exist together beautifully.
Behind every palace, river, forest, and quiet street lies a nation protecting its identity while carefully stepping toward tomorrow. Maybe the answer is not what Brunei has, but how quietly it protects and preserves the life it has built over generations.
After seeing Brunei's wealth, traditions, nature, and people, one question remains: what truly makes this tiny nation unforgettable?
Long after leaving Brunei, visitors may remember its quiet beauty, where extraordinary wealth and untouched nature somehow share the same horizon.
Perhaps Brunei's greatest secret is how naturally its wealth, culture, nature, and peaceful lifestyle have learned to exist together. From royal grandeur to rainforest silence, Brunei reveals a world where contrasts create a story unlike anywhere else on Earth.
Brunei stays in your memory because its beauty feels effortless, its traditions feel alive, and its silence feels genuinely unforgettable. Sometimes the smallest countries hold the biggest surprises, and Brunei proves that unforgettable stories can exist quietly beyond the spotlight. Brunei may remain overlooked by the world, but those who discover it often leave carrying memories that last forever.
And that is Brunei. Small in size, enormous in character, quietly beautiful, deeply traditional. Before we say goodbye, remember Brunei not for its riches alone, but for the peaceful world those riches helped preserve.
Brunei's greatest story is not simply its wealth, but the remarkable world of culture, nature, history, and peace surrounding it. After everything we have seen, Brunei feels less like a hidden country and more like a world waiting to be discovered.